on whether you want to be medicated or not. Do I believe that some should definitely be and take it? Oh, yeah, definitely. But I'm not going to force it down anyone's throat. I'm going to give you the plan of what I think would help you out, or let's try it out and see. And, if you're on board, you're on board. The other thing is, I won't write benzos, which is like your Klonopin, your
Yes.
XANAX, because I have the state looking at me enough. The last thing I need is to be giving that to someone who suffers from anxiety or severe panic attacks. And next thing you know, my phone's ringing, letting me know that the said person took way too many and didn't wake up. I don't want that on me.
I don't blame you there. I don't blame you there at all. I have XANAX.
Yeah.
But I make sure to take that only when I'm supposed to.
Yeah, and that's the only thing I won't treat. So I've had a couple come in real diagnosing themselves, they have anxiety real bad, and they give you the still, and the first thing they have their hand out for and I'm like, I'm gonna have to refer you to someone else, because unfortunately I don't write that, and I'm not gonna start.
Right. Well, because you don't know if you're being manipulated to get that medication. You know what I'm saying? And I think that a lot of people do that. They manipulate the system. Rather it be medical doctors for whatever injuries, back problems, whatever. But same with you guys, manipulating in order to get their fix for whatever it is that that they want, rather it be XANAX or whatever.
And I can't speak for other states, but I know that New York really came down with the hammer with a lot of these. Like, you constantly have to have them tested every 30 days to make sure that they're not dipping into recreational drugs along with their scripts. You have to make sure that the levels that come out in the test are matching pretty much what you prescribed them to take on a daily basis. And it's like, on top of that, and now everything is 20 which ways to Sunday with a paper trail. I mean, you have Department of Health knowing what you write. You have Public Health knowing what you write. The pharmacies knowing. I mean, they really came down in New York to make sure, that you better not screw anything up.
Well, that would make sense too, because like I said, there's so many. That would, if I was in your shoes, that would give me cause to pause as well. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know that I would want. Some people are very, very good at manipulation, and that's your license that they're putting in jeopardy.
Yes, they are.
That's your livelihood. That's how you feed yourself and your child, and pay your bills and whatnot. So having somebody manipulate that would be horrible.
Yes, some people are very good at manipulation. It's kind of funny. Tammy seems to be kind of an expert on it, on the subject. I don't know how somebody becomes an expert in manipulation if they don't practice it.
Yeah, it is. And I know a couple of people get mad even though they won't directly say it to me. Like, for instance, I have a good friend, and her son just lost his girlfriend of 7 years.
Oh, no.
She passed away from something to do with a disease that had to do with the lungs. And he was just, I mean, he's in his 20s. He was, and still is, devastated, and she was asking if, she could bring him by and could I take him on as, a patient. I said, I can't do that. Not only can I really not ethically do that, I wouldn't do that even if I could.
Right.
Because what if he feels that I gave him the wrong diagnosis? What if he thinks I gave him the wrong medicine? I would never want that coming back to me from a friend. And, you know, I said, all I can do is refer you to someone that really knows, you know, what they're doing. And that's the best I can do.
That's probably better. I don't blame you for feeling like that at all, because you know, especially with friends. Especially with friends. It's I have had friends that have you know, come to me, well, you know, I need to get a life insurance policy. I don't have life insurance, and you know, I need to, and I have to. You have to be very careful when you're writing any kind of insurance, right? So, especially life insurance. So I don't do it, and I don't do it simply because I don't want for anyone. You know, health insurance is a little bit different, but I definitely wouldn't do life insurance just because it's too easy for people to say, well, yeah, but I mean, yeah, I had this condition, but you know, I got a bad heart, but we don't have to put that down, right? Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Of course we do. You know, and it's going to be denied, period. So, but that's how insurance is. Daniel wanted to know what was it like in medical school?
Hard, very hard.
I imagine it had to have
Extremely
been.
hard because I had a daughter by then, and by that time I was divorced from her father. So I was a single mother with a full-time job and going to get my PhD on top of it. So
Lord,
there was, it was definitely hard. I know I used to get a nice compliment, I guess, back in the day where people would say you would never know, which I guess.
Okay, wait a second here. So, Anna Ram, it's just like an EMS. You never treat your own because your judgment is clouded. So, are you an EMT, Anna? That's important. That's very important because in my gang stalking experience, my gang stalkers are all the first responders, firemen, EMTs, and law enforcement officers around my town. So, I mean, if it looks like a duck, sounds like a duck, walks like a duck, you know, chances are it's probably a fucking duck. I'm just saying. Anna, you know, I'm not trying to come against you or anything. I'm just saying that's a pretty important detail. If you are taking the position, right, that TIs are crazy, right, and you happen to be an EMT, right? You happen to be an EMT, and you're gonna say TIs are crazy. Well, in my experience, the EMTs all are gang stalkers, so they all know about this fucking shit. So they know they have personal knowledge that the gang stalking is very real because they do it. So is that what this is then? I mean that's who the gang stalkers are, the people in the mental health positions, okay? GLMs in the mental health field, right? I mean, and the life insurance people, right? The insurance people. It seems to be all of the people in the medical field, EMTs, first responders, law enforcement, and then your public utilities. Like these are the people that are in the know on the gang stalking shit. I mean, it's funny that the people that all paint the narrative that TIs are crazy, every fucking one of them has a link to these things. I'm just calling it how I see it. If you're skeptical, pay attention to the patterns. You know, and don't allow these fucking people to be the hypocrites that they are. You heard Tammy on here say that she takes Xanax. She has Xanax. So don't allow her to fucking try to put other people down for their mistakes. You know, nobody should be judged at all for their mistakes. It's fucking sick and it needs to stop. So, with that being said, I have a comment on this page here where I talk about, say, I know from experience how Xanax can make a person behave like a toxic narcissist, sociopath, while helping them to forget all the horrible things they say and do to others. And I admit, it wasn't until I got off the Xanax that I was able to self-reflect and overcome my own denial, so I could recognize how my words and actions negatively affected the close family and friends that had my best interest in mind. So, I mean, it goes on, but I had no problem lying and shit to my family, and like, because it masks your shit. So I went on to say, I hope that me sharing my experience could just help somebody else who doesn't see, you know, they don't see what they're doing, the damage they're causing, especially somebody who happens to be on Xanax right now. She just admitted it. This doesn't get any replies. It doesn't get a like. It doesn't get nothing. Here, I'll like it myself. You know, Scholars Angels looks like, okay, sounds like my psycho stalker Virginia. Only the number of sock accounts is infinite. Keyboard warriors have endless sock accounts online and multiple personalities both on and off the internet work of the World Wide Web. See, he has a play with words and shit. That's part of the harassment and the stalking that he does. But look, he takes every opportunity to make a comment and talk about Virginia. That's what he does. That's the harassment that he does. It's funny, you know. I was just making this video to document, you know, these people, to combat the manipulation, to combat the lies, because I remember this video, Tammy admitting that she takes Xanax. That's why I'm making this video. It's funny, then you look at the comments, and then I happen to see an Angel's comment, and it has 3 likes. Fuck that. I'm disliking that son of a bitch. So, it's just, it is what it is, you know what? But be good, or be good at it. Peace out.